Rachel Weisz has won an Oscar and starred in multiple genre franchises, but she's also missed out on some memorable roles from Penny Lane to Bridget Jones.
Hampton encourages me to cultivate my curiosity.
Weisz was born in London and began acting in her teens. She was offered King David's daughter opposite Richard Gere in 1985's King David, but her parents made her turn it down. Weisz acted at University of Cambridge and booked her first TV series, The Advocates, in 1992. After more television work, Weisz replaced Mira Sorvino in 1996's Chain Reaction when negotiations broke down and Sorvino left to make Beautiful Girls.
Come on, Eddie! Come on!
Around that time, Weisz was reportedly one of several stars to audition for Titanic, but lost out to Kate Winslet. Not exactly consolation, but she did find another way to be swept from the sea that year. Weisz's biggest breakthrough came a couple years later after writer-director Stephen Sommers saw her in 1998's The Land Girls and cast her as Egyptologist Evelyn Carnahan in 1999's The Mummy.
The only thing that scares me, Mr. O'Connell, are your manners.
The following year, Weisz turned down Penny Lane in writer-director Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous, a role that eventually went to Kate Hudson. Weisz was considered for the title character in 2001's Bridget Jones's Diary, but director Sharon Maguire felt she wasn't right and the part went to Renee Zellweger after Toni Collette passed. Much like those roles, Alicia Nash in 2001's A Beautiful Mind was highly competitive and again saw Weisz in the mix until it landed with Jennifer Connelly, who won an Oscar for the role.
You're still here.
I'm still here.
Weisz instead made The Mummy Returns and About a Boy alongside Hugh Grant and Nicholas Hoult, and then was cast in 2005's Mozart and the Whale with Josh Hartnett, but had to drop out due to scheduling and was replaced by Radha Mitchell. Around that time, Ava Green dropped out of the role of Tessa Quayle in 2005's The Constant Gardener, and Nicole Kidman, Kate Winslet, Naomi Watts, and Sienna Miller auditioned to replace her. But the part went to Weisz and later earned her the Academy Award for Best Performance by an Actress in a Supporting Role.
I owe you a drink.
All right, you can buy me a drink.
The following year, Weisz was considered for but not offered Rosario Dawson's role in Clerks 2, and she and Hugh Jackman replaced Cate Blanchett and Brad Pitt after they pulled out of The Fountain. Weisz then dropped out of 2008's Smart People and was replaced by Sarah Jessica Parker, as well as The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which went to Cate Blanchett. Blanchett also played Lady Marion Loxley in Ridley Scott's 2010 Robin Hood, a role Weisz was in contention for after Sienna Miller dropped out and Kate Winslet passed.
Don't be ridiculous.
In the ensuing years, Weisz was offered Georgie in Dirt Music during its many years of pre-production, a role that eventually went to Kelly MacDonald, attached to an earlier version of The Danish Girl, which was eventually played by Alicia Vikander, rumored to play Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises, but Anne Hathaway was cast instead, and of course worked with Daniel Craig on 2011's Dream House and eventually married the James Bond star.
I'll always be with you.
After working on Yorgos Lanthimos' breakthrough, The Lobster, the director brought Weisz back for his 2018 movie The Favorite to replace Kate Winslet after she backed out. Weisz next stars as Melina Vostokov in Marvel's Black Widow, playing a villain of sorts opposite Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh.
You got fat.